Hey guys, so I'm in Australia now at the fam, and I thought I'd just sort of share with you some of the things that have been going through my mind, especially like my practice now. It's 5.5, almost 6 years old in Singapore, and so for me, it's out of the adolescence and it's entering a little bit more maturity. Definitely with the stabilization of the community around me now, my retention metrics really start to take off now. The rhythm of the practice is really strong. So I've got my kind of like base layer of clients that really come in for chiropractic care. They don't necessarily come in for me, but they come in for their adjustments. So, I like to take a lot of holidays. Of course, it's never a good economic thing for the family for me to take holidays. The chiropractic office is one of our main sources of income, and that'd be probably for most of you listening to this. But I do believe as you age in life and go through this process and you want to keep your family together and you want to keep your health together and you want to develop relationships with your adult children and just enjoy this life. That's the whole idea of taking the risk of setting up a practice, in my opinion. Of course, I really love serving in my community. That goes without saying, but I don't do it that I wouldn't call it only nobility and 100% service. There's certainly something in it for me. But the thing I wanted to mention is, like, as your practice matures, you really have to dare to let it loose. You really have to dare to cut ties with it and just put all your systems under a litmus test and come back from your holidays and just see what cracks have appeared in your systems. Now, I did this repeatedly for 10 years. This was back in the early 2000s. So I've really developed a roadmap for it now, which is very easy for you to follow. It's called the Vortex. It's a 6-month rinse and repeat client engagement experience. And I really rely on that rhythm. I can really lean on it. And not only I can, but my staff as well as my clientele, they really, really lean on that rhythm. Way more than they lean on Vismai, the rock star great chiropractor or something. Sure, they like mostly to be adjusted by me, but we do have a locum now, and they really enjoy her adjustments. Some people even prefer her adjustments than mine. The point is, you've got to step back from it and trust the fact that you've set up your rhythms. Now, for those listening that, I just got off a call with a guy actually, and he said he was just really nervous to leave his practice. His practice just tanks as soon as he leaves. It just means you haven't set up your system for retention. That's all it means. It probably means that you're running a lot of your revenue based on the number of new people you're seeing or the success of the ads you're using or the funnels that you've got set up. It just means you haven't built a really great engaging system that works. That not just a theory, that really works with retention. A lot of people say, you don't have a new patient problem, you have a retention problem, but then what? A lot of people, especially in the chiropractic coaching world, they'll talk about retention, but they'll have no strategic follow-up for you. Of course we know we've got retention problems, but then go and solve it pragmatically. How can you do that? You need to build tools that get into your hands of your CAs and get distributed into your community that really help this. And this is no easy feat. It's simple, but it's not easy, right? I don't want to sugarcoat the work that goes into it because it's a lot of hard work. The beauty of the Vortex, though, it compounds in the sense that it's a lot of work at the start and you don't get really any results. You don't really shift the dial on any of your metrics, really. And then after 6 months, you've built your Vortex, and then it's up to you to develop a rhythm for it and to get it into your team and get it into your community. That takes another 6 months. So you're 12 months further. But my suggestion too is build one of these things anyway. Like, if you don't do it now, and 12 months down the line from now, you'll be still running your practice, essentially swapping one new person for another, and essentially still complaining about the idea that you can't really leave your business without it tanking. So I do respect that. Like, don't leave your business if you haven't got these things in place. It's just being irresponsible with your business. But on the other hand, just obsess over retention for a year and you'll have it figured out. It's not rocket science. If you want, get on a call with me. I can share you my exact blueprint for building a great Vortex with your office. I've also put all my templates onto Canva, which you can just rebrand into your own thing. Like, you can accelerate this process enormously. But I really urge you to do it, right? So here's the thing, I still really love chiropractic. I think I've had my nicest year in practice last year. But I do have a family, and I do have a life to lead, and I do have a marriage, and I do have adult children, and I do have aging parents. So I need time off, and I want time off to be with them. If I was single and I didn't have any of that, sure, I'd just stick at the practice all day. I love it. It's my happy place. I'm very relaxed there, but it's not like that. And I like to just fulfill all different parts of my life, my health, my wealth, my family, my religious things, my entertainment, my creativity. I love mixing all of this into my soup, and the chiropractic office serves as the anchor for that. So, we're just driving through Australia now. I haven't got a care in the world of my practice. I know it's in great hands. My CA is running the place, Verena. She's wonderful. She's been with us for 6 years. Mariana's got I think this is her third or fourth locum with me now. I start off just doing a week with her, and each time we just lengthen it a little bit. I do plan a 4-month sabbatical next year, and that's been working then for 7 years, and I just like having the break then. But it's all going to be because of my relationship that I'm building also with Mariana. One thing that's coming for all of us is AI. And if any of you know me, I'm a real nature guy. I'm not really into tech, but I've flipped the switch on that now. Finn, our son, he's just built us a website recently, and that does my reputation management online. So it collects the Google reviews automatically. It makes the blogs automatic, and it makes email sending to my clients great for reactivations. Not only that, my website for 7 years, it sort of just hung there and did nothing. So people would go to it. We'd get very little traffic, mind you. But the ones that did go to it, it didn't really do anything. It was just like a shop window with the door closed, essentially. But now it's like an active website that kind of pushes conversions. So anybody on there just gets triggered to slowly make this appointment. And I really like that. So I think in 6-7 years, we've had 0 new people through the website, and in the last three weeks since we launched, we've had 7 new people, and I haven't had to play a role in any of that. And I really like that these systems now, while I'm out traveling, these systems are just working in the background. So I'm really excited about what AI can actually mean for the Vortex, for the Rhythm, for my reputation management online, and for pushing people into making appointments from just visiting the website. I'm super excited about that, and it really makes sense to me for the first time. So I don't want to be that chiropractor that sort of doesn't move with the times. I've been in practice 30 years, but I still like, any time there's a big an evolution leap, I like to take it, and I just like to keep fresh with my contact with this sort of stuff. So if any of you are looking to jump into these new form, they're kind of low-key websites, but they're way more than a website. It's like a CRM, a practice management, a marketing tool, a reputation management tool, a presence, an agent that books people in for you. If you're wanting to get into that, reach out to me. Just DM me, and we can get on a quick call together. It's not rocket science, but it's super, super handy, and in my opinion, it's quite powerful. So anyway, I hope you find a little bit of this rant useful. Think about it, build things for your attention, and please like and subscribe to my channel. It's an easy, low-key thing for you to do, but it helps us a lot. And put on the reminders so you won't miss any of the content. Life's short, so let's not think that we need to be always busy and flat out and hustling the whole time. I enjoy a good hustle, by the way, but it gets pretty boring for your family members if that's all you're doing. You really have to have a bit of variation in your life. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next film. Thanks for listening.